Hello everyone. I'm trying something new with recording today. I'm doing it directly through YouTube because my phone, which I usually use to record, updated something in the Android software and messed it up, so I can't record videos because it won't save the file. It can't find it, so I don't know what's going on there, but we are going to try something new. I do have a few bad things to go over real quick, or at least one. This little guy. There's good and bad news here. This is the one that had the new growth right there. It's also got a nice new growth right there too, starting. So there's two. The bad news, do you notice any old leaves? No. I bumped it. It fell down and it broke them off. You can see it right there. It broke. And it broke a little bit right there. I put some cinnamon on it. So, as far as I know right now, the only photosynthesis this is getting is from those two new growths. So, I'm hoping that it doesn't set those back enough to kill the plant, but fingers crossed. This one is the Dendrobium bracteosa, pink. And I think that's the only bad news I have. Everything else is doing really well. This twinkle back here, it's the white one, has 3 growths on it that are doing really well. Let's see if I can get back there. I'm shadowing it a little bit, but yep. We've got 9 growths on my nodosa. Some little ones just starting in hiding places here. Got this one. So 1, yeah, can't see it very well. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then there's another one back here. Where'd it go? I'm sorry guys, I know this is awful. Oh, there it is. 9. So that one's doing really well. And it's getting new roots. These two, my little bag babies, they are growing new roots like crazy. We've got a growth here and a growth here. This one, which is, I think it's Cata Sedum, Kilauea Karma, an oncidium type. The new growth, of course, it had very weak roots, but the new growth does have some crinkles here in the leaves, but it is finally growing new roots. I put some sphagnum moss over them so that it would hold some humidity and moisture around them, but there are roots here, and then there's roots here on the other side of this bulb starting. So this one may start a new growth, or maybe it's just finally catching up to itself. My cherry baby still looks really bad. I don't know why I'm holding on to it. I'm going to at least try. It was a seedling when I got it, so it is getting new roots. You can see them all around the bottom there, but I don't know. That new growth right there, it's not really doing that much. It's swelling, but it's not getting any long leaves. Sorry, my husband. This one's got a nice new growth going strong. That's my Shalab-Tolkien. And I put some sphagnum moss here to make sure the roots stay hydrated. We've got lots of new roots coming out here. roots on the other side of it too. So that one's doing really well. We've got the Dendrobium Jonathan's Glory Dark Joy. Roots everywhere. We've got 2 new growths here. We've got a swelling back on this back bulb here, which I'm kind of surprised about because that's where my keiki came from, and the cane was looking kind of desiccated, still is, from that keiki, which isn't doing the greatest, but I'm trying. But it's got a new growth on it. We've got my RLC Cattleya, new growth on that. New roots everywhere. See, I'm not going to be able to pause this, so sorry about all that. But here is this one, new growth. That's the only new growth on it. That's my Psychopsis, oops, sorry, my finger's in the way. My Psychopsis Mendenhall Hildas. New growth's going strong. This is a very, very poor looking orchid, Phalaenopsis. It was the discount one that I got. But it is actually starting to strengthen this leaf. And it's got this new root on it that I wrapped a little bit of sphagnum moss around, and I moisten it a little each day just to keep it hydrated because the roots inside the pot are pretty well done for. And it's got this little keiki. I decided to try it and let it grow on so that if the main plant doesn't survive, at least I have something left. Alright, over here. Here are all my Cata Sedum types. They are doing really, really well. I was having problems in the LECA because I'm doing the semi-hydro for this. The LECA had a dry line, and with Cata Sedums you need to keep them very hydrated. They are water suckers, so I put sphagnum moss over the top, and that is helping them a lot. I just flushed them and put new fertilized water in there, so that's why there's water on the table. And then lastly, the Vanda. The Vanda is going nuts. New leaves are going strong at the top. All these new roots coming out, which this had a poor root system. It had a lot of roots, but they were very thin. And there's new ones over there. Something extended from the old one there. See, here's those thin roots. We've got new root tips growing out of those now too. Nice, thick, strong. I think there was another one down here, but it's really hard to see with the camera. So, yeah, lots of roots, lots of growths happening. Unfortunately, no flowers, except for the small mini fowl that I have in the living room, but that is what I've got going on. Oh, one more I did forget about. The poor little fowl that I've been struggling to save since fall is actually doing well. I mean, it doesn't look it. All the leaves are leathery. This leaf stopped growing and split, but we've got another new leaf starting. And look at that. I think I may have saved it. Time will tell. But lots of roots growing. That's pretty exciting, because this ugly brown root right here is the only root that this thing had. And I've got just the tip of it. I don't think you can see the tip of it down almost to the water. And somehow it's pulling through. So time will tell, but so far so good. I've got my violets are really doing really well, and lots of flowers on that one. Lots of new growth. I love summer. Have a good day.